Welcome to the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise. My name is MrHurriicane, and it's time to begin our journey with the Jacksonville Jaguars. In this first episode, I will introduce you to this Jaguar team, starting with new head coach, Dominic Carter. There is a lot of work to be done to transform the Jaguars into a Super Bowl contender. The roster definitely has a lot of talent and potential, but you need to see that turn into results on the field. The Jaguars spent a lot of money this past offseason and handed tight end Julius Thomas a 5-year, $46 million contract. The athletic playmaker registered 24 touchdowns over the past 2 seasons, but how productive will he be here in Jacksonville with second-year quarterback Blake Bortles? After an underwhelming rookie campaign, we need to see a lot of improvement from Bortles. His accuracy needs to improve, and he has to show that he can be the franchise quarterback this team has been looking for. Bortles was the first-round pick last year. This year's is Dante Fowler Jr., a pass rusher from the University of Florida. Both sides of the ball must improve, and a lot of attention will be placed on both Bortles and Dante Fowler. Another free agent signing made by the Jaguars was with cornerback Davon House, who is in line to be the #1 cornerback. He didn't play in this big of a role in Green Bay, but we'll see if he's ready to lead this secondary. Another big defensive upgrade came with the signing of Jared Odrick, 5 years, $42.5 million. He's listed as a defensive end, but I'll move him around and see where he fits best. The defensive line has the most promise out of any other unit on this defense, and I believe with Derek Marks, Jared Odrick, and Dante Fowler, that could go a long way towards building a very dominant defense. We can talk about potential and talent all we want, but we have to see it show up on the field. Today we'll go through all 4 of Season 1's preseason games. We'll see the highlights and which players stood out as we head towards the first season here in the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise. This first game is a great test for our defense against the high-powered Steeler offense. Here is Pittsburgh on 2nd and goal. Handoff goes to D'Angelo Williams, and he's brought down by Michael Bennett, the rookie defensive tackle, for a loss. Here's one of the players to watch out for in the D-line rotation. Backed up to 3rd and goal. Jaguars can't get enough rush. Roethlisberger to the end zone. He finds Martavis Bryant for a touchdown. We couldn't do enough to slow down Pittsburgh's offense, and now we turn things over to Blake Bortles as he starts his 2nd year of preseason. Denard Robinson is the tailback, twin tight end look, and Robinson gets the carry. Robinson will be battling with TJ Yeldon for the starting running back spot here in preseason. Here's play action, Bortles off his back foot, and Julius Thomas can't haul it in. We're looking for him to make those big plays when the games start counting. On 3rd and 3, Bortles pass is complete, and this time Thomas makes the catch. Can he become that reliable target for Blake Bortles, who was sacked 55 times in his rookie season? Back to the ground, here's Denard Robinson, who's brought down by Ryan Shazier. Robinson ran for 582 yards in his rookie season. Bortles with a clean pocket throws, and that's batted away as the Jaguars stall at the Pittsburgh 46. Going back to defense, Roethlisberger back to pass. The O-line gives him plenty of time, and he hooks up with Antonio Brown in front of Davon House. The defense not doing a good job slowing down this Pittsburgh passing offense as Le'Veon Bell picks up a good carry into Jaguar territory. From the shotgun, back to pass again, flag down, and Roethlisberger will air it downfield deep and over the head of Antonio Brown. Coverage was from Davon House, but there was holding on the defense, and they flagged Demetrius McCray. McCray is in line to be our starting nickel cornerback. 1st and 10, again a play action. This time Roethlisberger goes down, and he's sacked by Michael Bennett, who's flashed a couple times in this game. He was a 6th-round pick out of Ohio State. We go back to offense, and Bortles is intercepted. What a play by Cockrell, jumping in front of Marquise Lee to intercept the Bortles pass. That is it for the starters in this first game. And now we get to see some more rookies, such as TJ Yeldon, who jukes out Ryan Shazier. Yeldon was the 2nd-round pick, 36th overall. He will have the chance to start if he plays well. We go to Pittsburgh's offense, and Bruce Gradkowski's in the game, throwing deep, and there's an impressive catch downfield from rookie receiver Sammy Coates. We had 2 defenders in coverage, including rookie free safety James Sample. Pittsburgh drove down the field and capped it off with another catch by Sammy Coates for a touchdown. Neither the starters nor the backups are making big plays in the passing game. Here's DeAngelo Williams later shaking tackles and getting his way to the 25-yard line. Now I go back to some Jaguar offense. The quarterback is Chad Henne, and that pass is intercepted. Trying to go long to Rashad Green, and Will Allen intercepts it. This has been a terrible first half of play as we're down 28-0, and now Gradkowski is sacked. That was both Michael Bennett and Craig Loston. Yet another play in this game from Michael Bennett. But we're down 31-0. Not much has gone right. Here's a kick return for Marquise Lee. He weaves in and out. He's across the 50. Can he beat Roosevelt Nix? He breaks 2 tackles, gets past the place kicker, and there goes Marquise Lee. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The second-year receiver from USC. He's in line to be our slot receiver. And after this, perhaps he's going to be our #1 kick returner as well. Very impressive play, and it gets us on the board. Second half of action now, Chad Henne off the play action. He fires to his right, that's caught by another rookie. 7th round pick, the last selection by the Jaguars. That's Ben Koyak from Notre Dame. Yeldon later, a nice move as he runs up the middle, breaks the tackle on his way to a gain of 10. A couple strong carries by TJ Yeldon as he's averaging 4.8 a carry so far. Second and goal, jump ball, intercepted. Looking for Marquise Lee, instead picked off by Cortez Allen. 31-7 still later, it's Pittsburgh ball. Gradkowski complete to Matt Spaeth as he got past the linebacker Jordan Tripp. And that led to another field goal. Third string quarterback now in the game. It's Auburn rookie Nick Marshall. And he's sacked on his first drop back by Ryan Shazier. But can Marshall show he can be the third string quarterback for the Jaguars? Here's a screen, TJ Yeldon makes the catch, picks up a trio of blocks and gets outside. Big catch and run to convert, a 3rd and 27. Not bad. 43 yards from Marshall to TJ Yeldon. Little Alabama-Auburn connection there. Later, Marshall down the field, and that's one of the things that concerns me. Nick Marshall's accuracy is the reason many thought he couldn't be a pro quarterback. 1st and 10, Marshall rolling and lobbing out of bounds. No chance for Clay Harbor. Marshall's arm not getting it done, so we'll go to the ground. Here's TJ Yeldon trying to get outside, makes another move, and he's inside the 5. Those quick moves will definitely help his chances to start. Play action on 1st and goal. Marshall rolls out and throws for a touchdown. It's rookie receiver Rashad Green. Another player battling for snaps. Green was a 5th round pick out of Florida State. We'll go back to some defense as DeAngelo Williams loses the football. And that was stripped by linebacker James Michael Johnson. And I'm very unsure about our linebacker situation, so players like Johnson can earn more snaps with great performances here in preseason. There's 2 great plays on that possession. We jump forward later. A 4th down pass from Marshall is caught by Clay Harbor, who is currently the 3rd tight end on the depth chart. Marshall from an empty look this time on 3rd and 17. He throws it up, and that's a catch. First down, Marquise Lee. That and the kick return touchdown make him one of the biggest performers here in week 1 of the preseason. Less than 2 minutes to go as Yeldon gets the carry, breaks the tackle of Shamarko Thomas, picks up another 1st down. Play action to Yeldon, Marshall, down the middle, complete, and there's Ben Koyak for a 39-yard touchdown. Koyak is the 5th tight end on the depth chart, but if you can make plays, it doesn't matter to me. We'll find a home for you somewhere. Game 1 is in the books. It started off very poorly, we made the score look a little bit better, but wins and losses aren't really a big difference maker here in preseason, so we'll jump into Game 2, hope for a better performance, and there is another stop by Michael Bennett. He's getting snaps with the first stringers, and he looks like he belongs. The 6th round pick is making noise. Later on 1st and 10, Manning has that pass knocked away by Demetrius McCray. Can the defense now get off the field? 3rd and 8, Manning under pressure, looking for Beckham, and it's knocked away by Devon House. Great job on the deep comeback to stay in position and contest Odell Beckham. Now can we see some improvement from the offense? Bortles off play action, rolls out to his right and checks it down to Julius Thomas. And he has the speed to turn those short passes into big ones. There's 20 yards. Bortles on 3rd and 6 looking for Robinson, and he can't make the catch. That's Allen Robinson, our #1 receiver, entering his 2nd season. We jump back to defense. Eli Manning on 3rd down hits Beckham this time as he was working against Demetrius McCray. And the Giants are in scoring range. They toss it out on 3rd and 1. Rashad Jennings is hit in the backfield and wrapped up by Dan Skuta. First hit was by safety Jonathan Cyprien. Before the first stringers end their day, we're going to get TJ Yeldon some snaps with the starters. And he gets a first down on that carry. But to the second stringers we go as Yeldon back up the middle. Another good move, and he picks up 12 more. The offensive line is doing a great job in the running game. Play action on 1st down. Outside, there's a catch for Clay Harbor. And he's down to the 20. That's a gain of 18. Ched Henne under center on 3rd and 8. Henne under pressure, throws end zone and off the mark. Could not give Rashad Green a chance. So we tie it up at 3, go back to defense. Ryan Nassib is the quarterback, and that should have been a pick 6 for Demetrius McCray. 2 deflections in this game to this point. To the air again, 3rd and 6. Nassib airing it out deep, and that's incomplete, and McCray almost swoops in for the pick. By the way, this team apparently only had 6 interceptions in 2014. We need that to change here in 2015. And it's good to see James Michael Johnson making another play, that time against the pass. 3rd and 10. Nassib rolls left, throws it up deep, one-on-one coverage, and a catch. It's caught downfield by Washington against James Sample, the rookie safety. Nassib finally got something to go his way, and then we bring the pressure, and he's sacked. I haven't talked much about Dante Fowler yet, but here's him winning the battle against the right tackle and getting some pressure. 3rd and goal for Ryan Nassib from the 12. Nassib fires over the middle, that's caught by King, but the Jaguars hold. That was Jordan Tripp, and again, Fowler got pressure and hit Nassib as he threw it. 6-3, and here's Marquise Lee on another kick return, this time from the 9. He's angling to the middle of the field and breaks away in Giant territory. Marquise Lee inside the 20, and he is gone again. Touchdown number 2 for Marquise Lee. How can we not have this guy be the starting kick returner after these 2 returns? We'll jump all the way to the end of the first half. Giants up by 3. Nassib throws end zone. That's a touchdown for Tavares King. Coverage and pass rushers not doing as well as they were prior. Jumping to the second half, it's a 17-point game now, and TJ Yeldon continues to make impressive runs. He's not a big play running back with dynamic speed or power, but he can get the job done, and that's what this offense needs. Yeldon now to the outside, showing some power throughout these first 2 games, able to get yards after contact, which is not something I really expected. Henne throws on 2nd down, and there's Yeldon making a play in the passing game. Maybe he's a 3-down back. We'll find out in time. But now Henne throws end zone, and that's Nick Jacobs who can't make the catch. He's the 4th string tight end ahead of Ben Koyak. On 3rd and goal, Henne throws to Jacobs again, who flat out drops an easy one. Not a good look for Jacobs. We go to the Giants offense. Nassib to the sideline, and that's broken up. That is the backup safety, Craig Loston. Giants drive all the way to the red zone, 3rd and goal. Nassib underneath, and breaking a tackle is Washington, and a 3rd. James Michael Johnson cannot prevent the score. The tackling was pretty atrocious with these backups. Now in the game at tailback is former Minnesota Viking Toby Gerhart, who has not lived up to expectations here with the Jaguars. He's 3rd on the depth chart. And here's a catch downfield as Nick Marshall's back in the game. And here's Allen Hurns. He's in line to be a starter, but I wanted to see him play a little bit more. Marshall throwing again, and how about that catch? Ben Koyak with the diving reception. Marshall was hit, got it past the linebacker. Just an awesome play all around. Koyak is climbing the depth chart. 2nd and 10, here is Bernard Pierce. We have 4 running backs on the roster, and Pierce shows a little bit of power on that carry. 3rd and 4, Marshall throws poorly in the direction of Rashad Green, who's had a lot of poor passes in his direction. We'll go for it on 4th down. Marshall throws complete. That is Allen Hurns. 2 good catches on this drive, as I wanted to see him make some plays here with the backups. 4th and goal now for Marshall. He throws to the end zone, and Allen Hurns catches the touchdown. Great throw by Nick Marshall, and a good job staying in bounds by Hurns. That is the end of preseason game number 2. The Jaguars lose this one again, and we'll head into game 3 against the Detroit Lions. We're back at home this week, and we're playing in the rain. And look who's starting this week. It's TJ Yeldon behind Blake Bortles. He gets the carry and is brought down by James Ahedebo almost immediately. It's a different game here against the starters. 3rd and 9 for Bortles, and he's almost intercepted, forcing it to Julius Thomas. We're yet to see much from the starting offense. Now to defense, and there's a good play by Fowler. He was unblocked, but still makes the tackle on Joique Bell. He's getting a few snaps with the starters as well. Back to offense, and Bortles is in trouble. Sacked by Jason Jones, who beat free agent pickup Jeremy Parnell. Play action on 2nd and long. Bortles downfield. A good pass to Allen Robinson that picks up 15. That's the first big play we're seeing from him this preseason. On 3rd and 2, let's go to the rookie. It's Yeldon for a 1st down. He's stopped just shy of midfield after a gain of 7. Offset eye again, there's a fake. Bortles pressured again, lost the ball, and here's Zane Beadles. Can he pick up the 1st? No, he can't. That was a sack fumble by Ezekiel Ansah. Lions got plenty of pressure. Now we're getting some pressure on Stafford as he turns around and throws to the sideline. A perfect strike to Eric Ebron. Later on 3rd and 10, Stafford throws complete to Golden Tate. That's a Lion touchdown as they had 6 blockers against our 4 rushers. Easy play for Stafford. A little more time for the offense as that catch is made by Allen Robinson. I want to see some more from him this preseason. 1:10 to go in the 1st quarter. There's a pass to TJ Yeldon and another 1st down as Yeldon looking good with the starters. 1st down for Bortles, and he again throws complete, this time caught by Allen Hurns. A much better performance in this game from Bortles. Back to the air, he wants Robinson deep, and that's knocked away by Darius Slay in the end zone. Can Bortles help this team get some points? Against the blitz, he throws complete. There's the rookie Rashad Green with the catch. Time winding down here in the 1st quarter. 1st and goal, Bortles end zone, touchdown Jacksonville. Blake Bortles to Marquise Lee. There's a good showing against the home crowd, in the rain nonetheless. So we'll jump all the way to the end of the 1st half as Chad Henne hooks up with Clay Harbor, and there's another big play for the offense. This one results in a touchdown. There's a nice position battle there at tight end going on with Harbor and Koyak. Later in the game, Dan Orlovsky throwing to a wide open man, that's Theo Riddick. Getting a nice downfield block as Riddick breaks a tackle and is finally caught from behind to the 14-yard line by Peyton Thompson. This backup defense gave up way too many big plays, but here's a good stop on 2nd and 10 as that pass is broken up by Aaron Colvin. It's a 20-14 game as we jump ahead, and that's a stop by James Sample, who did a great job filling in the running game throughout the preseason. 1st and 10, here is Riddick trying the outside, and now the opposite safety, Craig Lawson. Both did a really good job against the run. Now we create some pressure as Telvin Smith comes on the blitz and brings down Dan Orlovsky. Smith is a great athletic piece for our starting defense, but he's still getting some snaps here with the 2nd stringers. Jags back on offense, and Marshall delivers a strike to Rashad Green. Marshall with a great pass despite the pressure and being hit. He can thrive in the short and intermediate game. 3rd and 10, Marshall out wide, and that's another reception for the rookie, Rashad Green, who's trying to work his way up that receiver depth chart. Play action on 2nd down, and Marshall's off the mark for Brian Walters, who had a step. We'll jump ahead all the way to a red zone chance for the Lions, and it's Amir Abdullah being stopped at the 1. That was James Sample. Then on 2nd and goal, Dan Skuta in the game. Brings down Theo Riddick. 3rd and goal. Again coming through clean is Skuta, and we get a big stand inside the 5. Dan Skuta with 2 of those plays. We went on to lose this one 26-17. Defense played a lot better. We have one more game left, but first, this is our first round of cuts. I released strong safety Josh Evans, Sam Young, a left tackle, Corey Grant, Carson Tinker, Neil Sterling, Tony Washington. Now we have one more game for players to make an impression. Who can make the final roster of the Jacksonville Jaguars? We're again in the rain against the Washington Redskins. Colt McCoy is in line to be their starting quarterback. He airs it out on first down, and there's Deshaun Jackson. Goodbye. 78-yard touchdown. I put Devon House in a very tough situation here. He's not meant to play bump and run and be in single coverage against the guy with the speed of Deshaun Jackson. So we'll go to offense, and Allen Robinson can't make the catch there. Pass was knocked out of his hands. A 3rd and 8. Here comes some pressure, and Bortles is hit. His pass is incomplete. Back to the defensive side we go. A twin tight end look, and Morris gets the carry with some running room, and he picks up what appears to be a first down. Now out of the shotgun, they give it to Morris once again, but this time he's stopped by Paul Posluszny. The run defense was very inconsistent, and I want to see a better performance from the starters as Morris picks up another 10-yard chunk. From the pistol, Alfred Morris is stopped by Paul Posluszny. Very boom-bust on this drive in particular. Can they get off the field on 3rd down? McCoy passes complete to Jordan Reed. Posluszny makes a couple plays in the running game, but that's where he's susceptible to being beat. In coverage, one-on-one. We go to offense again, and this time Allen Robinson will make the catch on that skinny post. Pass from Bortles wasn't great, but Robinson lays out and makes the grab. 1st and 10, Robinson will get the carry, and he's brought down rather quickly. Not the greatest of blocking on that play. We go back to the air, Bortles scrambles out to his right, and Allen Hurns drops it. Hurns shined earlier with the backups. There's a drop to force 3rd and 8. And there's another drop, this time to Nard Robinson. So Bortles not getting a ton of help so far as we go back to defense, and Alfred Morris breaks 2 tackles, and that needs to improve. We can't have this kind of poor tackling. 3rd and 1. Morris is stopped by Paul Posluszny. He's making great plays in the running game. We just have to get more consistent as a team. One more drive for the offense as Bortles under pressure delivers to Marquise Lee. He makes the catch. No drop this time. On 1st down, Bortles fakes it to Nard Robinson. Flag flies in. He wants to go deep for Robinson. Overthrows everybody. Robinson was doubled up. That was a holding call on Zane Beadles, which forced a 1st and 20, and Bortles goes to Julius Thomas for a big play to get that lost yardage back after the 14-yard completion. Bortles hit, but finds his man on the outside again, caught by Marquise Lee. On 1st down and 10, Bortles throws quick, and that's a drop for Allen Hurns. Maybe I have to consider letting Lee be the number 2 wideout. Robinson gets the draw from the shotgun and makes the most of it, a 1st down to the 17. Time winding down for the starters. Bortles chased to his left, complete to Lee underneath, who sprints out of bounds, and that was the last play for the starters. They got the ball inside the red zone. Can the second stringers end the drive? 2nd down for Nick Marshall. Throws it up, and that's a touchdown to Clay Harbor. Great catch in traffic for the Jaguars score. Can we get some big plays from the 2nd string defense now as Silas Red gets the carry, and there's Craig Loston in the backfield. Loston and Sample, very good against the run, but very iffy against the pass. 3rd and 2. Red is stopped again. This time it's Telvin Smith on the stop. But I want to see some more of that when he's playing against 1st stringers. Later in the game, it's a 14-point contest, and that's intercepted by Demetrius McCray. Our first interception of the preseason. McCray jumps in front of this slant that went all the way across the field. We couldn't get pressure, but McCray makes the play. 2nd half of action underway, and Marshall throws over the head of Rashad Green. Only 2 of 8 right now in the game is Marshall. 3rd and 15, Marshall airing it out, and that's a catch! It's Aurelius Ben! A last-ditch effort to make the roster. That's how you do it. 42 yards to Aurelius Ben. There's a second look. Very impressive. Jaguars on the move. Another catch here for Ben as he works the Jaguars to the 8-yard line. Marshall picking up his play as well. And then T.J. Yeldon caps it all off with an 8-yard rushing touchdown. Great drive there by the offense after converting the 3rd and 15. 7-point game, we bring some pressure. Peyton Thompson forces the sack, but Washington keeps possession. That was a good design to get the pressure, and we're lucky we got it because there was a wide open receiver downfield. Still a 7-point game later, and Marshall throws an interception. And he's the last line of defense to stop a pick 6. Intercepted by Rodgers, now from the 4. Cousins throws, and that's batted away. That's James Sample in coverage. Well done. 10-point game later in the 3rd quarter. Marshall back to pass, throws complete, and that's Aurelius Ben. He's making the most of his opportunity here late. We'll go to the ground now. It's Toby Gerhart muscling through a couple tacklers and grinding out a gain of 8. Play action to Gerhart on 1st down. Marshall throwing long but off the mark for Green. Can this guy please get an accurate pass his way? 3rd and 10. The center pushed all the way back into Marshall. That was just a pretty funny play. Incomplete pass by Marshall, but he gets an opportunity later. He throws complete short. That's a catch for Clay Harbor. Not quite to the 1st down marker. We have a 3rd and 3. The give is to Gerhart, and he picks up the 1st down to the 46-yard line. Bernard Pierce now in the game. There's some pressure. Marshall escapes from 1, and then he goes down. And Nick Marshall is hurt on the sack, which brings Chad Henne into the game. 6 minutes to go in the preseason as Cousins is brought down, and that's a sack for James Michael Johnson. Defense trying to hold on 3rd down and 15. And there's some pressure incoming. Cousins throws, and that's incomplete. We got to get more pressure with our 1st stringers. Backups did a much better job, I thought. Chad Henne in the game at quarterback, and he's sacked. It was already 3rd and long, and now it's 4th and forever. Can we get 24? They blitz. Henne throws it deep in double coverage, and it's intercepted. Looking for Clay Harbor, picked off by Brashad Breeland. Less than a minute to go. Chad Henne has one more possession, and he throws outside, and that's knocked out of the hands of Shaq Evans, another receiver vying for a roster spot. On 4th down, Henne throws a well-thrown ball to Clay Harbor. 1st down, Jaguars. One more play. Here is the last play of the preseason. Henne throwing a Hail Mary deep, and the pass is incomplete. And that takes us to the end of this preseason. It was good to see a lot of young players make big plays and show some promise. I was especially impressed by rookie Michael Bennett. I thought that James Michael Johnson did a good job. Marquise Lee and Clay Harbor also played very well. I also have to praise running back T.J. Yeldon, who has earned his way into the starting lineup. Here are the stats for the entire preseason. I thought Marshall and Bortles both had some really good moments. Bortles had 2 really good drives in each of those last 2 preseason games. On the ground, T.J. Yeldon led the way. $160, 5.5 a carry plus a touchdown, and no fumbles. Receiving, Clay Harbor was the top receiver in all 3 categories. Yeldon was behind him with 7 catches. And the biggest standout at receiver had to be Marquise Lee, or that last half of play from Aurelius Ben. On defense, James Sample racked up 36 tackles. The rookie did a fine job against the run. Michael Bennett had 2 sacks, and we didn't really get much more pass rush production from the starters like I would have liked to see. Demetrius McCray had the only interception, and we forced 2 forced fumbles as a team. That leads us to our final round of cuts. Thurston Armbrister, Nick Jacobs, Abry Jones, Tyler Shatley, Shaq Evans, Brian Walters. Those are the final cuts, which means players like Aurelius Ben and Ben Koyak have made the final roster. Here is a look at the depth chart heading into week 1. I still might put Marquise Lee as a number 2 receiver. I haven't decided yet. T.J. Yeldon will start at running back, but you'll still see plenty of Denard Robinson and perhaps a little from Toby Gerhart and/or Bernard Pierce. The offensive line has some promise, but they have to protect Blake Bortles in his 2nd year. Here is a look at the defense, and I'm expecting the front 4 to play much better than they did in the preseason. You'll notice that Dante Fowler is not in the starting lineup. he's still going to get some playing time as a situational pass rusher. I just don't think he's good enough against the run or consistent enough as a pass rusher to be a starter at this point in his career. The defense did not stop the run very well in week 1, and that is basically the top priority before we get to how we're going to rush the passer. He will get chances in the nickel and on passing downs, so don't worry, you're still going to see Dante Fowler, and he'll also still be moving around Jared Odrick to see where he's going to fit in best. Week 1 is up next, as the Jacksonville Jaguars prepare to take on the Carolina Panthers. This is going to be a great test for us, especially for our offense, against a very good Carolina front 7, and they have some playmakers in the secondary as well, led by Josh Norman. Of course, the offense is going to be a major focal point of this team with second-year quarterback Blake Bortles. There are talented players around him, and this may not be a big play offense, which means Bortles needs to improve so he can help lead long drives and get this offense to where it needs to be. But regardless, we all know this is going to be a project. There's a lot of work to do on this team. They're very young, and players need to improve with experience. I'm very excited to have this journey underway. The final roster is set, and we are ready for the 2015 season. Thank you guys for watching this debut of the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise. You've gotten a look at the team throughout the preseason, and now we'll see how they perform in Season 1 of the franchise. Let me know down in the comment section which players impressed you the most in those 4 preseason games. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise if you have not done so already. Week 1 against the Panthers is coming soon, and I'll see you guys then. Have a great day.